BBQ Pitmasters on TLC airs Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All the buzz on barbecue forums across the country. And it seems, I'm not going to say that it's divided 50-50, but I would imagine that more of the vocal majority is not necessarily finding the show to be in favor. Not a good replica or a good representation of what competition barbecue is, on what competitors are actually like. A lot of people seem to be having an issue with how Myron Mixon is coming across, that he is dropping too many F-bombs, that he is a very cocky, arrogant competitor, and that there's not enough of the barbecue side, how they're cooking it, showing the cooking, showing the meat preparation, and that there needs to be a better representation from the cast as to what real barbecue is like. And there's been a lot of debate back and forth. So let me give you my take on this. You can take it with a grain of salt. First of all, I understand that the barbecue community has a certain image in their head on how they thought this show might be. This is reality television, folks, okay? It's there to make money. John Marcus wants to get the word of barbecue out, the word of competition barbecue out. So I think everybody should take a quick step back and realize that he is doing everybody a big service by actually selling this show to TLC and getting it on the air, so it's at least got some type of exposure. You get to see what's happening during the course of the night. And quite honestly, I think there's probably a lot of people out there that might be a little jealous that they're not one of the 5 or 6 or 7 people that were chose to be on that first episode or on that first season. And maybe that's kind of where some of the venom is coming from, that they feel they would be a better representation than Leanne Whippen or Myron Mixon or Johnny Trigg or whoever the rest of the characters are out there. And I don't necessarily agree with that. But you have to remember this, first and foremost. The show isn't going to be successful because everybody that knows about competition barbecue, when you analyze that across the country, is probably a very small percentage of people in the United States. We're not the ones that are going to carry the show into a raging success. Are we tuning into it every week? You know, sure. And the haters in the barbecue community are probably going to be tuning into it and watching it more vigorously than the people that actually like the show. Much like people that listen to the Howard Stern show that hate it. They listen more on average per hour than the fans that actually like the show, because you want to watch and see what you can bitch about 3 seconds after the show airs on barbecue forums. And that's fine, because you're watching the show. You're helping it out. If you didn't really like the show, you would use your remote and not tune in. That would really hurt. But inevitably, our small percentage of community isn't going to make the show a success. What's going to make the show a success is Joe Public, the people that didn't know anything about competition barbecue or were on the very periphery of it prior to this show. General public is going to carry the show to a success, or it will be its downfall, and that's the bottom line. And I think John is doing a very good job in the first season, and hopefully if the numbers continue to go the way they are, there'll be a second season, which means all the jealous punks will get the opportunity to go ahead and put in their resume for season number 2, and maybe you will be a better representation for competition barbecue. All right?